Hello, U.S. History, and welcome to week 5 of remote learning. Let's jump right into it. I'm on the level 6 class page here. As you can see, there's the week 4 video. I'll post the week 5 video right at the top. And of course, the general overview video link to give you the instructions on how to navigate through my approach to remote learning. And of course, the level 6 online learning agenda, which covers the basics of your assignments. Okay. You have the links here for your reference, so you can see those assignments. But again, please access them through Unified Classroom. Or in the case of the discussion post and reflective journal, you access those through these links over here on the left-hand side of class pages. Okay. So let me do a quick overview of week 5, and here we go. So first thing is the reading questions. Again, I try to limit the amount of work you have to do here. There's just 5 quick questions, and they correspond to chapter 29 in the e-text. The link to the chapter is right at the top here. Okay, so you can see that pretty easily. And then your questions here. Most of these are critical thinking questions. So basically your thoughts and opinions backed up by information from the text. Okay. The second thing we're doing here is this better vision investigation. Okay, and so one of the important events, it wasn't really an event, more of a process, a movement, was the civil rights movement, which actually, if you go all the way back to the 1800s and you look at the efforts to improve rights for African Americans and others, that process started way back then and continued through the Civil War and through the Progressive Era, and now we're starting to see sort of a more modern manifestation of the civil rights movement. Okay, and so what you're looking at in this investigation here are the ideas of 2 civil rights leaders, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Those names should be fairly familiar to you. And what you're going to be doing is comparing their visions for African Americans. During the civil rights movement, obviously they were trying to fight for equal treatment under the law, and greater rights for African Americans. But the way in which they went about that and their vision, where they thought that African American society should be after everything was said and done, was very different. So again, as always with this type of activity, you've got a series of sources, okay, that you're going to be looking through. So anywhere you see the blue here, you're going to be clicking the links, and there's just some short readings and sources associated with these links and some basic questions to analyze it. Okay, so click through that, and I'll spend some time if you join our weekly meeting and check your calendar for when those meetings are scheduled. They're at the same time every week. I'll spend some time going through this. Okay. All right. So our week 5 discussion post. So again, we're in the 1960s here with week 5. And so just to kind of review what's happening, obviously the generation that came out of World War II had lived through the Depression. The kids that were born, post World War II were known as the baby boomers. So they're like people who are my parents' age. Okay. So the baby boomers were born after World War II. They were born to a United States that saw unprecedented prosperity after World War II. A lot more leisure time. There were good jobs. So we started to see, again, if you remember in week 4, we talked about Fear of the American Teenager, which looked at sort of this counterculture of teens, the growth of rock and roll, and how that was really a product of the prosperity of the 1950s. So going into 1960s, you start to see, fears of the Cold War increasing, involvement in Vietnam, and so what we start to see, and this is born out of this sort of rock and roll culture of the 50s, is the rise of a counterculture. And so the week 5 discussion post focuses on that idea of the counterculture. You've probably heard of the hippies before, Woodstock, that sort of thing. Those are sort of the big names, but there was a whole culture, and a lot of it were these young adults that saw a lot of problems in the world, and they sought to change them based on their efforts. So if we look at the discussion post here, we see that again, I didn't limit you to just one reading. You've got a series of different sources here. Okay, some of them are websites, like sources 3, 4, 5, and 6 are websites. Okay, number 1 is sort of an overview of counterculture in the 60s, and then also a video which talks about some of the stuff that gave rise to this counterculture. And just be aware that there are some disturbing images associated with Vietnam. It was a very widely televised war. They had reporters with video cameras embedded right in with the soldiers, and so just be aware of that. If you don't care to see that, then I don't recommend watching that video. But you have everything you need here to kind of get a sense of that counterculture and what it meant, in the 1960s. Okay. So your discussion prompt is, in the context of the 1960s, what caused the rise of a counterculture? In your opinion, did the counterculture protests, music, and political actions contribute to the movement's success? Why or why not? Okay, so just evaluating the effectiveness of these counterculture movements. Okay, so you'll at least need to look at source 1 here in order to respond to that question effectively. All right, and again, you can use this document. This is posted to Unified Classroom. You can respond here, but if you want to get the 4, then you need to post your response to the class discussions page, which you can find on class pages here. Okay. All right. So, and then you've got the reflective journal. For those of you that are using that, thank you. I appreciate your comments. I look forward to reading them, and I am responding to them. Some week 5 resources. Again, the more, the further in time we go, the more media that we see available. So there's a lot of, now TV is a thing. And so we start to see a lot more visual media in terms of these things. So, a lot of cool videos here that kind of go over, what life was like in the 1960s. So definitely check those out. They'll help you understand, the whole 1960s. And and I did post the notes here, okay, for your reference. And then of course we've got the level 6 challenge. Again, same format with the single question here, okay. So the challenge question is: it is the 1960s, and you are an investigative journalist tasked with reporting on the civil rights movement, specifically the different visions Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X have for African Americans. Consider the following questions as you write your article. How were Martin Luther King Jr.'s and Malcolm X's visions for African Americans different? Which vision do you feel is most realistic, and why? How are their efforts alike or different from the counterculture movements of the 1960s? Okay, so again, with this question, you're playing the role of a journalist, and the idea is I want to see that, number 1, you understand a little bit about the civil rights movement and the leadership styles of and the visions of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. And how did the civil rights movement kind of tie in with the counterculture movements of the time? Did they have similar goals? Did they take similar actions? Those sorts of things. So that's really what should come through in your in your writing when you answer this question. Okay. All right. So going back to PowerSchool here, if you scroll to the bottom, you can see here are all your assignments linked for week 4 and week 5. Okay, I'll have week 4 assignments graded this week, and over April break, I'll take some time and grade the week 5 assignments, so those will be all in. All right, so as I was saying, you can access your assignments down at the bottom here, okay? And that's everything you need to do for each week, and I keep this same format, so that everything is easier to find. All right, so next week is April break. I'm sure you're all looking forward to having some time off. When you come back, I'll have week 6 posted, which will take us through the 70s and 80s. And from there, we'll get into the more modern stuff. All right, so again, do not hesitate to email me if you have any questions or concerns. And keep up the good work. Remember, your participation is your attendance. If you make anything up, please send me an email. Join me for the Hangouts, either during my office hours or during our weekly check-ins. And please keep communicating. All right, everybody, have a great week and enjoy your April break. Take it easy.